Welcome to the channel. I'm glad you could make it. I'm glad you're here. Enjoy. So I am currently at work and I'm walking along this creek and check out what I found. This is sweet. So just check this out. So awesome! One man's trash is another man's skid plate for his three-wheeler. Let's get this back home. We got stuff to do. Man, what a beautiful day the Lord has made. We made it back. Okay, so a little out of breath, whatever. Here's what I was thinking. We've got, boom, right? So if we kind of go underneath here, and we kind of do some, like measure it this way and measure it this way. We probably want to stay away from that curve. Maybe, I guess a little bit overhang won't be bad. And then we kind of go up like this, something like that. So, here and here, and then, maybe like from this bolt, I don't know, over, something like that. So, this is what I came up with. We're gonna go like 9 inches, 13 inches, 15 inches wide, and we'll put a bend right there between like that. And it looks like 45 degree-ish bend. And I see there's a few ways we could mount it on, but let's get this thing cut to size. Probably just start in one of the corners. And yeah, it already has holes in it in places, but those are just drain holes. Yeah, that's what we'll call them. Those are strategically placed drain holes, but, we'll be able to definitely get, there'll be leftovers for maybe the back swing arm skid plate. I don't know, but let's do that now. So let me get it marked up and cut out, and then I'll show you where we're at. All right, change of plans maybe? So, here's what we got. Don't mind that thing right now. So, this is the sizes we had. So, I took the tape measure to it. That is 24 inches. We needed, according to my homeschool math, 22 inches. So I left it, whatever. An inch each way. Cool. 15 inches, and look, it split it exactly in half. I have 2 pieces now. So I was gonna, put it in the bender. I was gonna try some different ways of bending this, because I needed to get like that 45 degree lip on it. And, well, anyways, I grabbed it, put a 2x4 here, put my little piggly toes there, holding on, and yeah, we broke it. It just snapped. So, yeah, I guess I'm strong. I don't know. So, we had 2 inches to play. So I know what you're telling yourself. You're like, well, you have that one. You could just use that one and try it over again. Right, but then no, let's just use our failed experiment. So I bent the lip on it with the 2x4, and it can fit underneath it, and we'll just bolt it together. Plus, this like needs to get, we're gonna have to trim it because we don't want to block any the air going into the top fins of the motor, right? We don't want it, I don't know, maybe it won't. Anyways, I kind of want to, we'll do something there. So it's not a big deal. So this is the new skid plate. It's now a 2-piece skid plate. So let's do a little measuring. I'm going to have to drill a couple of holes to mount it there. And then I'm going to have to figure out a clamp or something. And we'll have to mount it here. And then I was kind of looking at it underneath there. And I might have to trim this corner out. If not, we'll at least round it. I mean, we don't want to look totally trash. But I think I need to actually trim it anyways because the brake lever comes down and it might hit it. It's going to be close. But let's go get some holes drilled in it and kind of see what it looks like. All right, here's how it's going. So bolted down, boom, boom, boom. Nice, cool, whatever. Yeah, nice. So I was going to use this. I don't know what it came to. I found it in my junk drawer and it actually fits around the frame just below the starter. So I was going to do something like that. Got some nylocks on there, and then boom and boom, I got to drill those 2 holes, and those are for where the foot pegs cross member comes through. There's 4 bolts on each side, and I was just going to steal one of them and come up with a little spacer. Actually, a nut will probably work just fine for that, and go on up and bolt it through there, so it's gonna be there and there. This bad boy will be in the front, and then once we get it all bolted on, this is gonna have to be notched just maybe an inch and a half, whatever, for the brake pedal to swing down. And then I got to do something about maybe rounding the curves. I don't know. Once I'll get it all bolted on, and then we'll take a look at it and kind of see where we want to go with that, because you don't want it too gaudy. At least I don't want it too gaudy. And we'll kind of trim it around there, and then maybe, no, that'll be fine. So it looks like we're just going to be messing around up front here. But let me get that all punched together and find some metric bolts that I never have because, well, we don't use metric around here. So let me find some metric bolts and we'll get that bolted on and you'll see what we're at. All right, we got it all mocked up. Just 2 bolts holding it in right now. I still have to drill a hole here and there for that like clamp to go into it. But, and those are just, you can see where they, right there, right? So those 2 there, clamp in the front. It's gonna go below the starter, kind of right in here. And there's a gap that, you know, something does, I don't know, smash it in through. It's not going to hit anything. The length of the clamp, and there's more length to the motor. So if something were to happen, it's not going to get shoved into the case or anything like that. And those bolts are just fine. So it's a little loose in the front right now, but I have to do that. So what I did was I wanted to have the same curve on there. So I went and took like a piece of cardstock, right? And just held it up against here, traced it on there, cut it out. You got that. And I don't think top or bottom matters. I think it's the same rate, whatever, but I still write top on it, right? And so then we go over here to this side and top, line it up, draw your mark. Cool. Here you can see where it hits. So I kind of drew a mark, and then once I take it back down, we will draw a line like this, and I'll probably put that same radius back here just to kind of clean it all up, make it look nice. So let me get to drilling my 2 spots. And yes, I could have used the motor mount with like a piece of angle iron and bolted it to it, and that's would have been probably super strong, but I didn't want to have to go and try and find 2 longer bolts for the motor mount. I guess I could have, not a big deal. An angle iron, and I found that piece of C anyways, so that may be a revised plan. If we have a problem with that, we might go to that, but that'd be pretty slick too. And as for like gaudy, I don't think it's really hanging out all that far. it kind of protects everything, but I think it looks fine. So I'm not really going to mess with it anymore. Because I thought about trying to cut that up and kind of make it sleeker, but I think it looks fine how it is. I mean, yeah, it's really not that bad. So let me get that thing pulled off, punch 2 holes in it here, and cut that edge and cut the back thing, and we'll bolt it up and see how it all fits and looks. So here's how it turned out. I put the radius curve there, matches up nicely. Then we kind of did this and another radius curve around that, and this has actually got a slight radius on it too. Then I took 220 grit and just hit the edges all down with 220. So my cuts are actually nicer than the original ones. But anyways, so let's just get it bolted up there and, well, see what it looks like. All right, it's on. So you might have seen, got spacers here, but it's up against the bottom side of the frame. Actually, there's a whole entire cross member support that goes there. So it's all the way across that. It's not going anywhere. Nothing's rubbing here. Yes, I know we said we cut it here and it's way back here, but I can't see that being a problem. Maybe it will be, maybe it won't be. I guess if something gets hung up, but I don't know. We'll run it. We'll see. If anything, it'll just get bashed up, but it's, yeah, we might have to redesign that. This is all fine. Nice. I mean, the motor barely sticks out. Yeah, so that's good. And if we go over here, clears it perfectly, nice and just fine. The only thing that I can see is maybe my foot. I don't know. Let's just give this a try. Nope. I was afraid I might catch it, but nope, no catching it. Okay, so we're good there. Yes, I know there's a little notch there from a hole they had, but it was free. Come on, it was free. So that all looks good. I guess all that is left to do is to trim these down. I mean, the tire's not going to hit it, but come on, right? Make it professional. And you can see, cinched it down good. It's got a little bow in it there, but I mean, that's strong. I mean, I don't know, maybe, I don't know. This down here is what I'm really concerned about, but a little extra protection would be fine. So how about, I'm going to just go get a saw or something. We'll just whack those off, and then let's go take it for a rip, see if we can test out the skid plate, find something to test it out on and see how it works. Well, that was fun. So let's kind of look it over and see what happened. So I hit that one log pretty good, and you can see it is now pushed all the way up. It's kind of bowed around here. You can kind of see where it hit on the frame, and it happened to move that clamp up about half an inch. It doesn't look like it's hitting the starter because I can see light through there, but what I'll do is I will slide it down. I'll just, I don't know, do something with the holes, or maybe I can just teeter it, or maybe it can just get tightened down because it's got a gap there. So maybe we can just tighten it down and just pull it away from that starter. So yeah, it moved about half an inch there and all this stuff, but it looks like all of everything else is fine. That back didn't catch on anything. So I'm gonna call that a success. So a little, maybe I just have to tighten it. I don't know, pull it away. So it's good, it's seated. It won't do anything anymore. That first kind of bump I went over, that was weak, but that log, that was the ticket. It settled everything in. So yeah, I think that does it for this video. So remember, God loves you very much. You're special. You are. You're special, okay? So how about you go out today and just try and do one little thing, or tomorrow, whatever, one little thing for somebody. Hold the door open for them, whatever. Just do one little thing just to make somebody's world a little bit better, just for that one moment. Until next time, be blessed and peace.